Hey guys, what's up? This is Abby here, and welcome to Doki Literature Club. Alright, well, so much for making a good intro. Just warning you guys, maybe you don't watch this video if, you're easily disturbed, or you're, younger than 13. Not saying that I'm younger than 13. Alright, I'm only 12. It said you agree that you were over 13, but I am 12 and I don't even care. So we're playing this anyway. But look at this. And I think these girls will turn up lesbian. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna go with Abby because my name is Abby. Or Abigail, whatever. Hey. Oh, you can't skip. There's a skip button down there, but you won't let. Oh, okay. Go say Ori, my neighbor, and good friends with little children. Yay. You know, the kind of friend you'll never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Yeah, that would actually be me. My friend, who was my neighbor, kept getting late to school, then I would be like, no. But if she's going to chase me after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I decide and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Idling. She's pretty, but I'm not actually lesbian in real life, guys. Don't worry. I overslept again. Well, you oversleep a lot, okay? But I got you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Oh, I'm making her mad. That's mean, Abby. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Ooh, lesbian couple, let's go. There's nothing wrong with being lesbian, okay, people? Right, if you're lesbian in this world, then I respect that, because I have a friend who is non-binary, not the same person, but not the same thing, but, you know, I know what it feels like to be different from other people, and I understand that. But you wait for me, after all. I guess you don't have to need to be mean, even if you want to. What sort of thing? Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. Great! I don't know why you're playing a game that involves school when it's the holidays, people. But I've seen it all on YouTube, even if the game was released 2017. It may be 2021 here, that's 4 years ago, but I don't care. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Abby, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I've told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I'd totally be interested in joining a club in this high school, as long as it was a cat club or a manga club or an anime club or some sort of club like that I like. Maybe a drawing club. I'm getting pretty good at that. After I say this, I will show you a drawing that I've done. It's just out in the lounge room. I'll get it after this. You told me you were joining the club this year. Oh, did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with what she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little bit too much about me. That is so much, my friends. Because I have a small grape with my friends, okay? I'm tiny. Because I'm supposed to be year 6. Because I'm only 12 when most of the people were already turned 12 and are turning 13. But there are a lot of people in my class who are also my friends that as well. So that doesn't matter. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Hey, who said I was going to college? Oh, Yeah, I'm probably going to college. I want to be a graphic designer, peeps. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Woo. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET. What is a NEET in a few years? Because you're not used to the real world. I want to do drawings like this on the computer. One day I will get to that. You trust me, right? Yeah, I trust you. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you always promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? She's my friend though. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry about so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things and stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. So really wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Does this thing know me? Let's go! I'm gonna save. Okay, so. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. That is so me after class at high school. But, yeah, at the end of the day though, because if I space up against after one of the periods, then I'm going to be late for class and then the teacher's going to be annoyed. So, yeah. And most of my teachers are nice, but they're kind of strict. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. How come you're impressed? How are you impressed? Okay. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, then you can come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Yeah, me. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. I can't say literature. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. I'm trying to say this right, okay, people? Just don't judge me. Don't judge me in the... Also, say it in the discussion. Can you guys see the comments? Because I cannot, because of restricted mode. But I got a comment on one of my videos, so apparently the comments are back up, but I still can't see them because of restricted mode. I'm trying to get Dad to take it off, but it's losing battle. It's sad. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. Okay. That said, my interest in literature... I said it pretty well, actually. I'm impressed with myself. Is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. That never works for me in real life, girl. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning to have planned this all out. I let out a long sigh. I take these always so seriously. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Okay. I dejectedly oh my god, Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activity. I guess you're second year? I thought you guys were in high school. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Maybe that's just in another country. I'm Australian, boy. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Ooh. She's pretty. I like her. She's got purple hair and purple eyes. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Alright. Way to kill the atmosphere. I feel like this game is assuming my gender. But that's okay. Ah, Abby, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Me just sitting like, don't know what's going on. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Even though I'm a girl too, and I'm gonna... What are you looking at? Whoa, this eye doing is really pretty. I need to work on my eyes, like, a lot, if I ever want to amount to this. If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Oh, this is a child with attitude. Let's go. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Well, I guess you're second years now. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear and turns back to the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. I think I'm liking Yuri the best right now. Sorry, B2 and other girl. Oh, actually, I think her name was Monica, from what I've seen in this game. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Abby. Monica smiles sweetly. Ooh. Not gonna lie, she looks pretty. They all look pretty. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Abby. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey! I made them. I'll get them. And my voice is feeling a little sore today. I kind of screamed at my sisters because they were being annoying. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? What kind of tea? Oh, no answer. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it has been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a ripe tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, you ready? Ta-da! Wow! Natsuki was to foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats! Oh my gosh, yes! This game knows me already! The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make their ears. So cute! That's what I want to say. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first and Monica, I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with a mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her face. Well, it's just her, and also me. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. What's wrong with my English today? My plate's giving me back my lisp, and I don't know why, and I'm kind of annoyed. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard something before? Made them for you or anything? Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for, you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Hey, my logic's even weirder, don't worry. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. And that's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica so that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so that's okay. So don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Alright, I've seen some creepy pictures of this thing, so I think she's lying. But this is not gonna go well. Because at the thing it says, thus marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. So, I don't think that's a very good... That's not good. As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. But I'm surprised there aren't any more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, always interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of the new members joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Abby, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these last few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I might have quietly to myself. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Oh, well, this is awesome. I like manga. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. That can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the room near a teacup with a finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is such a variety. Oh, I can't pronounce that word. F-O-R-A-I-N-G-A. I can't, okay. Well, it's equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. I've read a horror book before. It's true, only one, and I quite liked it actually. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't be expecting that, Yuri. Someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. Ooh. This girl's starting to look pretty sus. But I still like her. She got long hair. Like long-haired girls. You got long hair too. But I think she's got longer. But if the story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Okay, I'm just gonna save here because I realised I haven't saved in a while. Okay. Oh, what's that? Well, let's see if his eyes start opening to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on his shoulders. Oh, she's getting mad. I am not cute! Natsuki, do you write your own poems? Yeah? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Is that a quote? I think there's a quote there. Oh, hell yeah. That's funny. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I want to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we'll meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Abby? Monica smiles warmly. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now we're back to the original topic of me joining the club. I bluntly come forth with what's being done. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop guy, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I will lose my train of thought. All four girls said that's back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought Abby, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. How come these three don't have smiles, only that one? Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really just scared me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Abby, I look forward to see how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star monitor with my mediocre writing skills. I probably pronounced that well. Not well. I don't even know. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Oh, sure, anxiety is welling up inside me, but for all these words I'm mispronouncing. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Abby, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and, I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Said it right again, let's go! Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure that good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I'm good with writing poems. Oh, okay, well, we're just gonna save here. I'm gonna... Oh. Misfortune. She likes that? I'm trying to see Yuri. What? I don't actually know what that word went. Alright, I think that was Yuri, so I'm gonna share it with Yuri. Hi again, Abby! Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. Well, back at the literature club. Club! I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping a promise, Abby. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I didn't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Suki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back in her seat. Don't worry, guys. Abby always gives it her best as long as she's having fun. She helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking and cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting, and you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Whoa, what the hell? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Abby can become good friends too. Sayori. As usually, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori! Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture for you is a pleasant surprise. You'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked up out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked up out a book that she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a serious conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm going to save here. Really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I captured a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deep in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I might have just sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focusing, I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? I don't want to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. Yeah, that's me. It's a very engaging and relatable story. But this person is almost not like me at all because I read a lot. I like reading. Not as much as I like drawing, but I still like reading. What is it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and stares her eyes at me back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol in the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Abby? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy this kind of story, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. You're so dark inside, Yuri. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals and their own philosophy that they believe in. God, I hope this video stays public. Because the music is pretty loud, but I think my speaking is helping that. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they made it out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm so sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I wouldn't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book and then I put this in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slipped into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Oh, I'll click through that. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I still don't understand what Rita means about reading company. It's if I could feel that her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particular bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comfortable. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. She looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I like this person, guys. She's really nice. I mean, yeah, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri similarly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are nearly touching. Skip to it too fast. Sorry, Pete. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Ooh. Ooh. Yuri takes the left arm and holds the left side of the book between the thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under the thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Turn the page. Sorry. I think that I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and her eyes meet. Wait. Okay. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Ooh, that move, I know it is. Yuri no longer asked me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assumed that she finished the page before me, so I turned it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she said and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Abby, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poem with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Oh, crap. Itchy nose, people. Itchy nose. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright! I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the books and slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh. Okay. Well, you know, your child Abby is saving there. Alright, so it's either Sayori or Yuri, because I know when I wrote that last poem, both of them were jumping up in excitement because that's what they liked. But I'm pretty sure I did Yuri more. So, okay. I can trust your opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Yeah, what was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth but ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. She's gonna hate me, but... Oh, crap. Oh wait, you guys can't see that because there's only this able on the thing. Alright, well I accidentally opened another tab. That was kind of bad. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. I keep moving around my chair, sorry. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of wanted to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, his demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to himself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I would love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles grimly, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlights have withstood their test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. No need, mine's worse. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took me a little time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. That was a good poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Abby. Really? I must totally miss the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours is impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Abby. Me too. Ooh, crap. Alright. Oh, okay. Alright. Well, we're going to Sayori, but I don't think she's gonna like it at all. This is a good poem, Abby. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of girl who would be writing poems in his spare time? Hers? Oh my god. I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. Just reminds me of how really you're a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing right in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's just like I said before, Abby. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Can't say that's proper English, but you know, it's good. I'm not judging. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No? Just a little bit? You can't answer just a little bit, so a yes or no question. Yeah, I do that sometimes. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds like just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. The next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Ooh, I'm saving here. Unless I do something really bad. I don't want to. Okay. Natsuki, because... Yeah. Abby, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put your effort into this? Oh, jeez. Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. Wow, I'm lucky. Oh, I should have chosen Monica. God damn it. We all start somewhere, right? Alright. We're going to Monica. Oh, she might not. Hi, Abby. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions to the club, like new activities or things we can do better, always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Abby. We're a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Abby. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Okay, now I realize why she jumped up on that when we were choosing the words. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Keep moving around. I'm sorry, guys. You may not have seen my head at one point. Both allowed people to get something out of it just by feel or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I don't know near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind. Oh my gosh, that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles. At least I've always helped you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. Couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle produced. A noisy neighbour, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. Where is Highness? I don't know what it says. Already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not so sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I've had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Okay, another way to think about this is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright. We're just gonna... Oh, no. This is gonna be the same. Alright. I'm probably gonna look after this because I'm not sure how long I've been recording, but, you know. If you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What? You expect me to believe you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I just gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can leap, climb quick, sleep, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run! Eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just to be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple roleplay is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. No, simple writing. Why did I say roleplay? This is the first time in this game that I've seen her smile. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but they made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So, you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. Oh my gosh. Alright, that's it for tonight, but I will record either later or somewhere around. Okay, so see ya.